Inside our cabinets, we store our food, our fine linens, our grandmother's china, the good stuff of our lives. And behind every cabinet we use lies a story of its creation. The sanding, the staining, the craftsmanship, the passion. Walk with us on this journey as we discover the stories inside Capital City's cabinets.
We use a penetrating stain rather than a spray-on stain. Again, it's a much better project, or much better finished product. Once the stain penetrates, it's actually a little bit deep, so through the construction or even through the use on site, if there's a scratch applied, the scratches don't show up too much because the stain actually penetrates into the wood.
Okay, so from here it's going...
From here, you'll see it taken in the back room here. The stain will probably dry for a little bit. So they're going right from stain to finish. So you can see the shoot on a finish. All our wood and all our moldings gets 2 coats of finish. So he just puts on an initial finish. It'll go in the drying rack right behind it. And in about 30 minutes, we'll be able to sand them and reapply the second coat. After the second coat, we like to sit it here for 24 hours before we move it, but occasionally that's been rushed a little bit. It's able to be used, it's able to be moved if we have to. After about 30 minutes, we have to be careful we can't stack it. It depends on what kind of time frame we're in. This stuff here is going to sit here through the weekend, so usually after 24 hours, it'll be nice and cured, hard enough to go on site for them to put it on site.
Carroll has been expanding, so about 2 years ago, which we did those as well, they built 2 new dorms over by the soccer fields by the YMCA. So this is phase 2 of that. 2 more apartments, roughly 36 apartments. About 15 or 16 per apartment, so about 500, maybe a little more, actual cabinets. So about 3 semi-truck loads that were just shipped direct from the factory itself in Salt Lake City. So took a lot of planning as far as with the cabinet manufacturers as well as with the construction company that was out there. So takes about 5 to 6 weeks once we actually pushed the button. And how we did it was, since we were stocking the rooms for Carroll, we had it basically a semi-truck per week. So they would deliver a semi-truck, we would go and of course stock the rooms, which wasn't very fun, but that's okay, it was fine. So we went and stocked rooms, and then the next week another semi-truck would come, and we basically did that for about 3 or 4 weeks.
How do you feel about it? How do you feel about the job overall?
Oh, I feel really good about it. It's a little daunting when you go to push a button on 500 cabinets. It's like, okay, I better make sure that, because the thing is, you have technically 4 or 5 different designs because you have different layouts, but then you have 15 or so or whatever of each room layout, so kind of split in half and half. So you have to think to yourself, if I'm going to screw up on this layout, I'm going to screw up on 15 rooms because it's going to ripple, because you have all that same design. If I screw up anything on this design, it's going to ripple effect down through all these rooms. So it was a little daunting the first time. This is my second apartment job, so it was a little better, but it went flawless. I mean, I was so pumped that you're getting to the very end of the last semi, and it's like, okay, what do we need? All we have in here is this, and it's like, that's all we need. And it was just a really good feel. So all in all, I felt really good about it. It went really smooth. Good for me. It was good to get out there and be with the guys, and it was great. I loved it.